Okay, I thought that I would just give you guys like a little video just telling you like what kind of books to expect me to review on this channel and the books that I'm planning on reading this next year, and the other books that are on my TBR that will not be done this year because there are too many books on my TBR to actually finish them this year. Let's get into it. The Cosmere. I have been steadily walking through the Cosmere. I have finished Mistborn, all of Mistborn basically. Warbreaker, that video is actually coming out very soon, if it's not already out by now. I've read the first 2 Stormlight books, but I'm going to be rereading them this year, and hopefully by the end of the year you will have all 5 Stormlight book reviews done, and maybe a review about the whole Cosmere, or the whole Stormlight as a whole. Yeah, I think all I really have left to finish up is the rest of the Stormlight books, and also a couple of the Arcanum Unbounded books, which I should actually just get to now, but we'll see. Dresden Files, I have also been steadily working through them. I have, as of right now, I have 2 books left in that series, and it should be done this month, so look for that series review. A spoiler-filled one, obviously. Let's get into ones that I'm starting this year. Divine Rivals, which a review will be up for that one shortly as well. I finished the duology. Very good. I'm going to be reading through the First Law trilogy, or at least the first book. If I don't like it, obviously I won't finish it. First Law, the Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn. Stormlight, as I just said. Bobbyverse. I'm also going to try my hand at another fantasy romance. And the one that was just on my radar and easily accessible is the Shadow Me series. So I'm going to be giving that one a shot, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know, if you watched my A Court of Thorns and Roses review, you'll see I'm not really that much of like a romance reader, but I'm trying so hard to be. So we'll see if I like Shadow Me or not. Also, with that fantasy romance, I've heard that Throne of Glass is not as romance oriented, so we'll try that. We'll see how that goes. Also, I have The Expanse, but that might be pushed back into next year, or at least until after I'm done with Stormlight, because that is a very large series, and I don't want to have too many large series at once. I'd rather break it up with like a bunch of trilogies and novellas and stuff like that. There's also the Powder Mage series that I plan to read, the Burning series, the Witcher series. I'm reading with my child the Percy Jackson series, so depending on how interested he is determines on if I finish that series this year or not. He's still really little and doesn't like to sit for that long, so we'll see. Oh, Murderbot is another one that I am partially finished with. I think I've read 4 of the novels, or novellas, but there's still a couple more I have yet to do. The Caraval series, which, funny thing about that one, I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, not realizing that there was a series before that. So now I'm going to go through and read the Caraval series, even though I already know that Jax is in the second series. The Bound and the Broken series is also on my TBR. And also every year I try to read through a manga series or 2, just depending on like my time frame and if I have all of the novels like at the library or available to me. And last year I finished Death Note. This year I'm planning on reading through the Spy Family. I think I started reading like the first volume, and so far it's pretty good. So we'll see. I'll probably take like a month and just like binge that whole series. that tends to be how I go through my manga phases. But we'll see. I am very much a mood reader, so other books will just pop in and out as they wish, depending on my mood. So we'll see. Also, The Sunlit Man. I didn't read that last year because apparently it's Stormlight adjacent. So I'm waiting until I read all of the Stormlight books. And hopefully that is before December ends so I can read Sunlit Man. And then start off the next year, hopefully having the whole Cosmere done. We'll see. The Witch's Sin, or A Witch's Sin by Daniel Green, is also on my TBR. So I counted all of these up, and without including like the parts of the books I've already read, that brings me to a grand total of 92 books, which I do not know if I'll be able to read 92 books this year. That sounds to be more like a 2.5-year plan. If you include in all the random books that will probably get shuffled in there, probably will take me like 3 years to get through all these. Oh, well, maybe not, because Spy Family is 12 volumes, but I'll probably like read it all in like a month. That brings it down to 70 books. I might be able to finish that all in 1 year. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the year goes. But yeah, those are all the series and books that you can expect from this channel for the foreseeable future. I also plan to have like a couple like why you should read like spoiler-free series, as well as like different like book-related stuff that's not exactly reviews. Like what is low fantasy, what is high fantasy, what is urban fantasy, as well as just a couple of like author deep dives, like once I finish Sanderson's books, once I finish Sarah J. Maas's books, how their writing has evolved and changed, and why I think that like their writing is good or bad, or why they appeal to like a certain demographic, or how they carved their niche out. At least my opinions on how they carved their career out. As well as maybe going into like different things about like publishing and writing. We'll see. Comment down below like what kind of content you guys would like me to cover here on the channel. See you later. Bye.